Everything's ready here on the dark side of the moon. Play the 5 tones.
Hi everyone, if it's your first time here, hello, welcome in, and if you've already been here before, then hi, welcome back. I generally had started this new channel to do mediumship readings. However, I have a huge interest in all things sci-fi, some things that are sci-fi that I believe are real. I think you might too, that's why you're here if you're watching this. And so I checked in with my spirit guides and got approval to do this reading on 3i Atlas. So I'm going to be asking some questions. Think of some questions that you might have. I can always do a follow-up video if you're interested to ask whatever questions. But let's get into it, okay? I'm going to be using my dowsing rods and my spirit rods to ask these questions. And I asked for my spirit team, are you here? Thank you. And will you please only answer questions that are in our highest good? I don't think I need this because I'm speaking to my spirit team, but can you please provide a beautiful golden bubble of light around me and of protection to watch over us as we ask these questions, and also for my viewers out there, can their spirit teams do the same and protect them and give them a beautiful day ahead? Thank you so much. Okay, can you assist me in answering these questions? Yes. Okay, and as you can see, I have my sorry, my hair is bothering my nose. And I have my iPad because this is kind of on the fly, but let's get into it again. I'm just going to get right into the big elephant in the room right off the bat about 3i Atlas. Spirit team, can you help me answer some questions about 3i Atlas? Okay, by the way, I don't think I set parameters. If you're the first time here, when they cross like this, that means yes. And spirit team, can you show them what it means when there's a no? Oh, they did that pretty fast this time. Okay, so let me ask the question again about, can you answer questions for us about 3i Atlas? Yes, okay. And let's ask the big elephant in the room. Is 3i Atlas being controlled by non-human extraterrestrials? Do you not want to answer? Yes, you don't want to answer? Oh, okay, wait a minute. Okay. Did I ask a question wrong? Okay, they're being very squirrely. Will you let them know that I asked you beforehand if I should ask these questions? Okay, I'm just phrasing it wrong. Is 3i Atlas, can I use the term alien even though alien is not really the correct term? Will you understand what that means? Yes, okay. So my definition of alien is beings that are not out and about in human society. They're different than me, okay, and they're from planets outside of Earth. Okay. I just had an interesting thought. Is 3i Atlas being controlled by non-human species? Okay, so is the problem that you have with my questions, let me repeat the question. Is 3i Atlas being controlled by non-human extraterrestrials? And there was no answer. So I'm going to take out the extraterrestrial. Is 3i Atlas being controlled by non-humans? Yes. Are the non-humans, however, on Earth? What? Okay. Wow, I did not expect this. I did not expect this answer at all. Okay. Well, let me do a follow-up. I have all these questions here, and now of course, I'm going down this unexpected path. Is 3i Atlas being controlled by any humans? No. Okay. Is 3i Atlas being, let me ask a broader question. Is 3i Atlas being controlled in general? Is there a control or a trajectory caused by a sentient being? Okay, yes. Maybe sentient being is too. Wording is so particular with these things. Is 3i Atlas being controlled by something? It's not just 3i Atlas is not just a rock hurtling through Earth or a comet hurtling through space. Excuse me. Yes, okay. So 3i Atlas is being maneuvered and controlled, the trajectory. Okay. Okay. So are there, hold on just a second. I'm telling you what, this is weird. Okay, I'm back with my shaky hair. Okay. I'm kind of blown away, so I kind of have to think about how I want to follow up on this. Did you do this on purpose to surprise me? Because I think it's funny whenever they shock me and leave me speechless. I'm rolling my eyes. I know you can't see that, but okay, so there are non-human entities maneuvering through Atlas. And those, am I correct that those non-human entities are on Earth? Slow yes, but yes. Okay. This is so weird. Okay. Were they asked to do this in conjunction with humans that are on Earth? Okay. Now I'm just totally thrown for a loop. Let me ask some questions. We'll try to get down to the bottom of this. Is it a probe? No. I didn't think it would be if this is what's happened. I'm a little bit mind blown. So these beings that are operating it are working with humans. Is this a form of psyop? Wow, I'm a little blown away. I didn't expect this. Okay. But it's a psyop because the non-human entities that are doing this are trying to distract from other things. Okay. What the what? Well, let me ask this. Are there any nefarious purposes to this object? Okay. It's being done completely. Is this being done completely as a psychological operation? Okay. Will 3i Atlas come close to the Earth? No. After it passes by the sun, will it continue on out of the atmosphere? Yes. Now I want to know. I don't know how to ask the questions. We're going to have to do a follow-up, guys. Oh, they said yes. Okay. Please give me questions. Please give me questions because I can't think of all the questions to ask given this information. Okay, so this is a psyop. Are there more than one earthly government a part of this psyop? Okay. I'm just shaking my head. Is the U.S. part of the, I would be shocked if it wasn't. Are countries in NATO part of the psyop? Did they discuss this at the recent NATO meetings? Oh, that was a hard, fast yes. Okay. They recently discussed this at NATO. Why are they doing this? Is this a distraction? But what distraction? For what? Because it's not, the distraction is for more than just the US. Because I mean, I could say there's tons of reasons to have distractions right now in the United States, but these distractions are for distracting people worldwide. Yes. Okay. So currently the United States government is in a shutdown. I mean, that's a yes, obviously. Was part of this shutdown a part of 3i Atlas? No. Okay, so anybody out there that's saying, which makes sense now that we know it's part of a psyop. Okay, can I ask some questions about possible non-human species that might be assisting in the psyop? Okay, well, let's get this one that's obviously sitting right in front of you. Are the Pleiadians any part of the psyop? Nope, no, they're not. I'm kind of would be disappointed if it was. Okay, we're going, just open your mind, keep your mind open. This is just for fun, okay? I'm not saying these things are real. This is just for fun, wink, wink. Are any reptilian species a part of this psyop? Oh my God. Are other non-human alien species upset about this? Okay, can we let them know what something about me, the information about me that might help? Okay, so sorry, now we're starting to get into some spiritual woo-woo stuff, so all you science nerds out there, sorry, just hang on to your butts. A couple of months ago, I started noticing a shift in my energy when I do these spirit rods and working with my spirit team. And so I asked if my spirit team changed, which that happens sometimes. I can go and do another video on that, but sometimes certain spirit guides stay and they just kind of take a back seat. They just step back, and then other spirit guides step forward because different things are coming forward. And I found out, they're already saying yes, that I have 3 new spirit guides. Is that correct? Okay. And these 3 new spirit guides are of Pleiadian origin. Okay. And I always thought that I was possibly a starseed. I kind of knew, but you know, it's hard to know these things. I always thought I was Arcturian in nature. Okay, which I guess they're saying, you know, you can have lives many different times, but I didn't really know that I had Pleiadian origins, and they're saying I do. So that's why my guides changed to allow me to kind of address this new frontier we're about to be on, and I'm super grateful. Their energy is very different though, but I don't dislike it. It's just very different. So let me ask some follow-up questions to try to figure out. I don't know if I'm going to figure out much about that. I'll have to think about some follow-up questions for the psyop stuff because it's so strange. And you're saying it's reptilian. Is it only reptilian? And there are reptilians that are on Earth? Guys. I'm sorry, I thought this was going to be kind of a little bit different reading, but I'm here with my spirit guides to give out this information. Wow, that was fast. This information, so they're saying that, okay. They want me to give out this information, okay. All right, let me ask some kind of, not directly 3i questions, but maybe we'll get to the bottom of some of it by asking these. Will there be disclosure? Hold on just a second, sorry. Will there be disclosure, which means, you know, governments will admit or come out and say there are aliens, or there might be contact, or there's already, am I correct? There's obviously contact with aliens already, but will people announce it? Will governments announce it? Okay, so that's what I mean by disclosure, if you haven't heard that term. Will there be disclosure before the end of 2025? No, okay. Because I've seen mixed things about that by different people. Will there be disclosure by the end of 2026? Okay. That doesn't surprise me. Do you see how they're just straight ahead? Because my next question, I already see them starting to answer yes. The answer is it depends. Right now, are there plans to have disclosure by end of 2026? So there's plans to have disclosure in 2026, but Earth basically needs to get its act together. Okay, guys. Anybody hoping for some ET connections? It's up to us to get that. All right. So hopefully by the end of 2026, but it's undecided. Okay. Are there bases, alien bases? Oh, let me back up. Are there more than one type of extraterrestrial living? I don't like using the word extraterrestrial. We'll just say alien. Everybody understands that. Guys, do you understand what I mean by that? Okay. It's easier. It's too complicated because you start getting into, well, are we extraterrestrial? Yes, we are. So like our species were put on this earth. So it's confusing, right? Okay, so we'll just say non-human. Are there other non-human beings currently living on Earth? Okay. Are there other non-human beings other than reptilians? Yes, okay. Are Pleiadians on Earth? Yeah, okay. Are Arcturians on the Earth? Okay. Is there more than just those? Yes, okay. Are there base locations located under large bodies of water? Okay, so those videos we've been seeing in stories of craft coming out of the water, those are from those underwater bases. Okay, thank you. All those answers were yes. Is there a base under Mount Shasta? Okay, thank you. Are there bases at the North Pole? No. Is there a base at the South Pole? Yes, okay. Is there a base in Alaska? Yes, okay. Would you say there's over 100 non-human bases? Okay, no. Would you say that there's more than 50 non-human bases? No. So there's under 50 non-human bases, and they're located around the globe. Okay. And do the majority of all governments know about, like the heads of these governments know about these bases? Okay. All right. I don't know if the wind's been taken out of my cells. If you feel that way, let me know. Like, I feel a little bit like, dang, because I think I was excited about the possibility of contact. And to know that this is just like a psyop with non-humans are involved, but it's just a psyop, and this 3i Atlas really has nothing to do with contact. Ugh, dang. Okay. I have a question. Is there disagreement among the countries about whether contact should occur? Is there disagreement among the species about whether contact should occur? Okay. All right. So some species want contact and others don't. Okay. Is 3i Atlas in some ways like sorry, that was me moving the rods. Is 3i Atlas in some ways a concession? I'm not asking the question right. Like, is 3i Atlas a concession among the non-human species? No. Okay. Are the Pleiadians unhappy about 3i Atlas? Okay. Is it because it muddies the water? Okay. Was 3i Atlas used as a fear tactic? Yep. Okay. So those who don't want disclosure are using 3i Atlas. Okay, because people are talking more and more about, okay. So they were hoping that 3i Atlas scares most people. Okay. I don't like that. not shocked though. They're like, no, you're not shocked. So back to disclosure. I've heard that the first disclosure will be done using a form of hybrid. Okay, yes. And by hybrid, I mean a mix between the human species and another species. Okay. Is that other species Pleiadian? Okay. Because that will be the most easy to accept as humans. Okay. And then I have a couple other questions that I don't know. I'll ask, I guess. It doesn't matter. I can always cut it out. They're saying yes, ask. Okay. Well, the first one is I heard recently that I think they're probably Pleiadian. I think they're probably not. Is this question I'm about to ask is they can see my questions, correct? Are they the ones who will help with this are want disclosure? Yes. Okay. So here's a question. I've heard that if we go out at nighttime and we point our phone cameras up to the sky, because our phone cameras can pick up things that our eyes can't see, that we can ask for you to signal us. They're already saying yes. Okay. So for example, if I went out there and turned on my camera or my video camera and said, please send me a signal, you'll signal me. Yes. And that'll be done by blinking of lights. And you can ask, like, I want 3 blinks, or I, want something else, and you'll do that for us. Okay. And these are people like the Pleiadians that want disclosure. Okay. For people who are already ready for disclosure. Okay. Obviously, I think people who aren't ready for disclosure won't do something like this because they have fear of them about them. But you're ready. But efforts of the earthly governments and unfortunately reptilians, I can't believe I'm even saying that, are slowing down the disclosure. Okay, these are personal questions. When I was a child, I grew up on a farm, and I looked out my window once and I saw, they're already saying yes. It was winter, so no farming is being done. There's nothing to be seen out at the middle of the night. There should be no lights. And I saw almost like a carousel of lights, like green, red, yellow, blue, green, red, yellow, blue, purple, orange, like circling of lights. Or was that a non-human contact? Okay. And that was intentional for me to become interested in these subjects because I am a starseed. Thank you. Okay, so my last question is, should I pull cards? They had mentioned I should pull some cards on this. Should I pull cards on this? Okay. Because I didn't know why, but now I think I know why. Is it because it's about the psyop? Okay, all right. All right, team, I'll be right back. I'm gonna start calling you my A team. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some cards to get some more clear answers about the psyop that's going on. So hopefully we'll figure out a little bit more information. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Okay. I feel like I should go like this until I get back or something. Okay, we are back, and I have my cards that I use. I usually use these I've never used it for anything like this before, so we'll see how it goes. But obviously, they think that this is a good idea, so we'll just see. Okay, so the way I do this is I have card decks 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to ask them which decks they would like me to use. It could be all, it could be one. We'll see. Okay, spirit team. Okay, I have my card decks laid out. Okay, would you like to use any cards from deck 1? Yes. Would you like to use any cards from deck 2? No. Would you like to use any cards from deck 3? No. Would you like to use any cards from deck 4? I had a feeling because that's my biggest deck. Okay. So we'll remove these 2 and we'll start getting some cards. I don't know about you all, but I hope you're at least open to this. That's a weird one. I'm open to this. That's a lot of cards. Answer. And sorry if you're disappointed. I don't look disappointed. So we're in this together. But obviously, they want me to They want me to get this information out to you, so that's what we're gonna do. Yep. That one makes a lot of sense to me. See if there's any more cards here. I'll go ahead and show you that one. I'm telling you, I've never had this card flip before. Thanks, spirit guides. They're freaking, oh my. Oof. I don't know if they really want that card. Let me ask, just double, they might just need to get that outer space card. Do you want this card that's turned down? Hold on, do you want this card that's turned down? No, okay, yeah, this didn't go, it was weird. I think they just needed to get that card out. Oh yeah. Do you want any more cards from that deck? No. Okay, that's all the cards they want from that deck. They already make sense to me, actually. I'll go through each one, don't worry. Like, I'll show you it. I'll show you the cards, I'll show you each one. Let's see what comes out of here. I feel like it's kind of already what they've already answered, but maybe it's just like double. There is one answer here that I thought was interesting. Double confirmation. I don't think that's... Okay. It's fascinating. It's always fascinates me. I don't think. Oh, okay. I think that is actually supposed to come out, and I'll tell you why. Let me ask if there's any other cards. Are there any other cards that you want? Do you want any other cards? No. Do you want all the cards that are on the table? No answer? Is there any card on the table that you don't want to discuss? Is it in the top row? No. Is it in the bottom row? Yes. What about rumors? No, you want that one. Okay, let me rephrase this. I feel like I'm not giving clear directions. Do you want to keep, here's the cards 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want to keep card number 1? Yes, I figured. And card number 2? Yes. Do you want card number 3? Yes. Do you want card number 4? Yes. Okay. So you want to keep all these cards? Okay. Maybe they're just like us. They're thinking. maybe they have to make a decision too. You know. And they're waiting on me to decide how I'm to address it. Okay. Let's talk about the first card. The first card is this. I'm not going to say the word. I don't know. But it's this right here. Okay. But, because I don't want to say the word just in case. But I think the real thing about this is the rope in there. Okay. There might be a little bit with the word too, but strange, elation, right? Okay. So does this card represent kind of that your hands are tied in this? Okay. So the real part about this card is the rope, that your hands are tied. Okay, and I also got with the strange elation that you can't say anything to your voice is being overshadowed by the activities of Earth. Okay, your hands are tied. Okay, I'm sorry if you're new to this. It takes me a while sometimes for the messages to come in and to get the answer, so I apologize, but please bear with me. Your hands are tied until Earth is ready. Is that what you want to say about this card? Yes. Your hands are tied until Earth is ready. Okay. Thank you. The next card doesn't surprise me one bit. I don't think it'll surprise you. Established, settled, secure, wealthy. Okay. I'm not much into conspiracy theories generally. I guess I'm into woo-woo, so I guess I don't know if that's conspiracy, but is this whole 3i Atlas stuff being done by those in power that have money? Okay, that want to keep the status quo. Does fear keep them in the status quo? Okay, so by preventing disclosure and keeping fear in humans, they can continue to be the dominating rulers, those with money. I don't think that shocks anyone that's watching this. Okay, next card. Oh, let me ask real quick. Is there anything else you want to say about this? No. It's kind of slow on the nose today, but no. The next card is toxic, drama, argument, incompatible. And I think that goes a little bit with what we've already talked about, but let me just double check and make sure. Is this card to discuss that there's disagreements among the non-human races? Okay. That there's arguments among the non-human races about disclosure and about how that is going to happen and about when that's going to happen. Okay. Do you see, as Pleiadians, do you see the 3i Atlas event as being toxic to your final outcome? Yes, okay. Is that all you want to say about this card? Okay. Next card. Outer space. Okay. Well, this is obviously about this. Can you tell the audience that I've never seen this card before? Yep. Okay, so I've never seen this card. It just said come out weirdly at this time. Oh, is this confirmation about me saying that we can ask for you to signal us? Yes, because there's in the picture there's a person outside looking at the stars. Okay, I'm getting another message. So you want us to go outside and look at the stars. And you want us, I'm getting chills all over, and you want us to know and be confident that you're out there and that you want to, but you're out there in a benevolent manner and that you want to help us. Just as a, for all those people who are disappointed and frustrated, that this is a confirmation that they're there and that they want to help us and you're just waiting to help them. Okay. Is there anything else you want to say about this card? No. Okay. The next card is sipping, rumors, gossip, nosy. I feel like I'm going to be repeating myself a lot, but sometimes these cards are for confirmation. For example, you saw how many cards are there, and the fact that these came out are pretty crazy. Okay. So sipping, rumors, gossip. Is this a card to confirm that this was a psyop? Okay. And that they wanted what is happening. They wanted the human race to start gossiping about 3i Atlas and to start spreading rumors and to start saying things that aren't true. Okay. So is that all this card is for? Just to confirm that part? Okay. Obviously, is there anything else you want to say about this card? No. The next card, investigating. It goes with, these kinds of discussions. Obviously, there's investigating going on, but I don't really know what the purpose of this card, so we'll try to see if we can figure out what investigating is. The first thing that pops in my head is MUFON. Okay, is this card to discuss MUFON? Okay. I'm trying to figure out what to ask about this card. Just to keep on investigating? Okay. Is MUFON a organization that you support? No answer. Okay. It's neither good nor bad. Is it true that MUFON is neither good nor bad? No answer. Wow, that surprises me. Okay, should we be asking, let me rephrase this. Are there certain people in MUFON that are part of the psyop? Now I'm getting what's going on. Okay, so, and there's some people who are earnestly trying to investigate, okay. But there have been psyops placed here and there throughout MUFON. Is that what you were trying to get out on this? Okay. No disparaging MUFON. Obviously, they just said that there's people who are really invested and really want to help, but I think it's just to show that, and I'll ask, that there's psyops everywhere. Okay, so whenever you hear, I'll put my rods up so they can answer yes or no when I say this. Whenever you hear people speaking on alien or non-human beings, always be discretionary. Because, let me fix again. Always be discretionary because there is a mix of honest people and there's a mix of psyop people. Is that what this card is about? Okay. See, I love that they helped me because like I wasn't really sure where I was going with that, but they're just saying like be aware, everybody, even some of those big names that you know about, some of those big people who channel things, always be, was it ABC, always be closing, always be asking though, okay? Always be asking questions about, ask yourself, does this feel right to you? Okay, and almost always in general are species like the Pleiadian benevolent and want to help humans. Okay, and there's only a couple species that, am I correct that there's only a couple species that aren't good for the human race? Okay, so just always be asking whether the information is good or bad. Just, you don't know that person's purpose of sharing this information. So keep asking questions, keep looking for the information, but always look inside to see if that's right or wrong. And get some spiritrods. Get some dowsingrods. Is that all you want to say about that card? No? Okay, yes. Do you want to talk about this next card, salty? Bitter. So the card is salty, bitter, angry, petty. Okay, I got two things on here, but let me see if let's see what they say. Salty. Does this card have to do anything with actual salt? Okay, so that's where I was like, am I getting this right? Is this about the salt water? Okay, is salt water particularly important for alien species? Okay, is that one reason why certain species are interested in Earth? Is the salt water? Okay, is having salt water a unique element to the universe? So obviously water is unique, but particularly salt water. Okay, that's interesting. The other thing I got on this was bitter, angry, petty. Okay. I just even hate saying this because I don't like saying anything negative about things that we don't know, but I'm gonna say it again. There's no other way I can say it. I'll say the scaly lizard-looking aliens. Are they partially working with we'll say bad people of Earth that want to keep advancing society and want to keep society from disclosure and from moving forward? Are the scaly people are they doing this with the humans because they want to get all the resources? So they think that if they work with those currently in charge that have a lot of money and a lot of power, that they'll be able to maintain some sort of control over the resources of Earth. Those are big yeses. We haven't had tons of big yeses. So is that part of the bitter, angry part? Yeah. So they're being very selfish and greedy. Okay. The last one's a difficult card to say, especially given our current circumstances, but we'll get down to the bottom of it. Do you want to go over this card? Yes, okay. And there's a person there with a pew-pew in the shadows. It might be hard to see. So, cereal, K, holding a pew-pew in the shadows. One thing I got from this card was military. Yes, okay. So, is this about alien interactions with military? Yes, okay. So, our military is starting to see more and more instances. So, we're starting to hear about them, yeah. But there's actually a more frequent occurrence of the military interacting. Okay. Is there fear within the military? No. Okay. So there's not fear. I'm sure this is true. The people in the top of the military food chain, are aware of aliens. Will military people be a part of the eventual disclosure? Okay. Will people in the military help with disclosure even when governments are not? Okay. Interesting, right? So there are people who are in the military that understand what's happening, and they will be assisting in the eventual disclosure, sometimes over the objection of the current government. Interesting. Okay, is that all you have to say about that? No, I just got something else as I asked that question. Is part of this about the pew-pews? Okay. Is part of the reason why disclosure being delayed is because we have too much unaliving on this planet? I don't think anybody's shocked by this answer. And so until we can get that under control, no disclosure. Not that you don't have, I'm sure you have superior technology to us, but do you have fears, or fear is not a good word, do you have concerns that if you disclose too quickly that humans that are of lower vibration will pew-pew at you? Yeah, and you don't want to harm anybody. And so if you're putting in a situation, there could be instances of you having to harm people, and you don't want that. Okay. So until humans get to a point that the first instinct isn't to pew-pew at them, until then, disclosure is not going to happen. They're saying yes. Is that all you want to say about this now? Okay. Wow. I hope you enjoyed this. I got a lot of insights today. Very, very fascinating. Very, very interesting. They're like, yes, we are very interesting. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And if we would like to call back on you, would you answer any questions for us? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I think that's all I have right now. Again, feel free to put down any comments or send me messages. And if you have any other follow-up questions, or I feel like I had my own disclosure here. You've got a lot of answers here that I didn't expect. So some of them, not surprising, but some of them, yeah, surprising, especially with 3i Atlas. So if you want any follow-up questions on this, just let me know. I generally try not to probe into anybody that's living, you know what I mean? Like, this was a conversation with my spirit guide, so I wasn't afraid to do that. So I'm not afraid to ask questions about stuff where I can ask them directly. And then my mediumship is only with people who have passed already. But ask away. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you back here next time. Bye. Peace. Have a wonderful day.